Welcome back to Now, and I'm all excited and shimmying because I know these two gentlemen think it's because they're in studio. That's Dr. Kara Niles and Pastor Lyndon Balkaran, but I'm excited because my girl Golda Lee Bruce is on Skype joining us from Washington, D.C., is it? Good morning, Golda.
Hi, Lisa. Nice to be here.
Oh,
I'm actually joining you from Rockville, Maryland.
Oh, you're in
Maryland.
Maryland. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Just
it's
on the outskirts.
I'm so excited to talk to you.
That's awesome.
Oh my word.
Nice to be here.
So tell us why are we here? Why are these gentlemen in studio? What are we talking about?
Okay, well, maybe we should start with the gentleman, but I can go ahead. So the We Stand Youth Conference
Yes.
is about fostering youth leadership in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. And over the next, not the next 2 days, but on the 19th and 20th of June, which
Yes.
is Wednesday and Thursday, it's all about 2 days of encouragement, inspiration, mentorship, motivation for young people in Trinidad and Tobago at this conference. So we three are part of the panel of speakers, so to speak. I am going to be joining the conference from abroad because I can't be there. I don't know if you know, I have a 1-month-old baby. So,
Oh, wow.
gentlemen-
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Isa
So
has
these gentlemen
company.
have been they've been gracious enough to allow me to participate from where I am. But it's really just about building a generation of leaders in Trinidad and Tobago and giving the young people the tools that they need to really go out there and to lead their peers and to steer this country in the right direction, to steer this region in the right direction. And I'm sure Pastor Lyndon and Dr. Niles can speak more about this.
Yes, let's hear from them now. Pastor Lyndon. Well, I didn't even realize you were a pastor. I know you as
Already many
yes.
hats at that WA.
Yeah, so tell us what's your involvement.
So, We Stand Conference has been in progress since 2015. So it's a strategic initiative that we have to really redirect the future of our nation. As we look outside, we see it on social media every day. We see the fights in schools, we see sex happening in the school, we see child abuse, we see rape, we see all these different negative narratives in our nation. But the question is, who is the narrator of these narratives? So our intention has been to actually intervene in the story and redirect the stories that our generations are going to be told. And what better leverage point than leadership to instill that in terms of core values, principle-based leadership to actually lead the generation forward. That's what We Stand is all about, really.
And Dr. Kara Niles, what's your involvement in it?
Well, in addition to redirecting the narratives, some of the narratives simply needs to be rewritten,
Right.
Definitely.
right? And so one, there's an educational perspective that is important. But on the other side, I've been a youth worker now for about 20 years, right? And there are a plethora of issues that youth face now
Yes.
that even, to be honest, my parents' generation didn't have to face.
Yeah.
Right? The scope of issues, and not just that, but the permanence of the issues. So if you take a picture and you upload it,
Yeah.
it stays there forever, right? And so we have young persons that are like 15 years old that have to deal with revenge porn,
Right.
and then you have the young persons. Every time, and this is what I need the country to think about, every time you hear of another person shot, killed, murdered, that's someone's dad, that's someone's sister, that's someone's brother. So I've been working with victims, with young people for a number of years now, and you don't usually hear about those people in the story itself. You just hear that they leave behind this person. But the person left behind is the person that we need to be concerned about.
Golda, I know narrative is your journey now, and you've been talking to young people across Trinidad and Tobago, and I'd imagine where you are now doing a bit of that. What is the narrative that you will be bringing to the table on the 19th and the 20th?
Thanks for that question, Lisa. So my perspective is on nation building. Having been a journalist for quite a few years and then moving to the Inter-American Development Bank, I've been exposed to a lot about nation building and how strong states are built and sustained. And I have a perspective of where Trinidad is and where the Caribbean is in all of this, but where do the young people fall in? And what can we do to make our nation and make our state stronger? I also would like to share a bit about how we can build, starting with a nation of one. We now live in a society, in a world where technology allows us to be in places that we weren't before. So I can speak to you now from Rockville, Maryland, and it's almost as though I'm right there with you. And we can go out, and I have been trying to do this on my own social media platforms. We can go out and we can start creating stories and starting conversations and build our own nations with a shared ideology and a shared way of thinking that does not involve geographic boundaries. It does not have to involve what we think about as the traditional nation in the sense of Trinidad and Tobago or any other state across the world. We can build our own nations and share the way that we think and make them into positive spaces where people can grow and develop and really change lives for the better in the future.
And in this borderless and boundaryless world that we live in now, we can integrate experiences from other persons from around the world and help to inculcate a culture of excellence and leadership that you're talking about.
Exactly.
From outside and within.
So on the day, we have speakers coming in from Hillsong, London.
Right.
They're going to be here. We have leaders from across the Trinidad and Tobago representing different organizations as well. So we are coming together to have these conversations to really ask the question, where is Trinidad and Tobago going in the next 5 years?
Right, yes.
And there's a thought in many Trinbagonians' hearts, but what are we going to do about it?
Right.
So we talk about it, we're afraid of it, but we are actually holding the narrative. And I just want to keep using this with the narrative because storytelling is so powerful, right? It actually tells person in terms of what to expect about the future. So we can actually hold these narratives and redirect. Goal is actually adding the conversation as well about the role of women in the narratives as well, because where does that fit? What is the evolution of womanhood? What are the trends that we must accept? What are the some that we need to hold on to and say, no, that's not the role of my daughter or my mother or my sister. So it's a really, really powerful context.
So before we go, because we have to wrap up, we have a
Right,
pack program, right? Go the girl. So tell us where, when, how can people participate?
So it's going to be at Faith Assembly International, Arouca, Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidadians call that intersection 5 Rivers Junction.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean,
and it's the 18th and the 19th
and 20th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Right.
On both days. We want to start early, start on time, finish on time, so that people can get to and from the destinations.
WeStandConference.com. All the information is there to connect with us. We have limited tickets available for both days. So connect with us and be a part of the narrative of our nation.
Writing a new narrative, for sure.
Writing a new narrative of our
Writing a
nation.
new narrative, that's important.
Alrighty, so I want to thank you very much, Golda Lee Bruce, for joining us all the way from Roxville, Maryland.
Thank you so much, Lisa, and your team. Congratulations on the show and all that you've been doing so far.
Thank you, Golda. Oh, I love her so much.
She's awesome.
I do love her. She's awesome. And Dr. Karen Niles, you will also be speaking at We Stand, as well as Pastor Lyndon Balkaran, also speaking at We Stand alongside Golda Lee Bruce, who will be joining in from Skype. So remember, it's We Stand at the Faith Assembly Church in Arouca, and it's the 19th and 20th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we're taking a few messages. Come right back.